know that recycling one aluminum can saves enough energy to power a television for 3 hours? Imagine how long we could all watch TV if every person in the world recycled just one can each day. Considering the average person drinks 4 cans of soda a day, we could watch a lot of television. Recycling is one of the easiest, most tangible ways of taking action for the planet. It's a visible demonstration of caring and conservation, and it sets a positive example for children, families, and communities as a whole. This speech is going to inform you about the facts about recycling, discuss the benefits and inconveniences of recycling, and persuade you to take action to help make our planet a cleaner, better place to live. To protect the health, lifestyle, and economic well-being of future generations, we must all take steps to help the environment by recycling. Mother Nature offers us an abundant amount of resources to comfortably live on, but unfortunately, being humans in this generation, we always want the best, the fastest, and the newest things. Because of this, not only are we slowly running out of these resources, we are also destroying the environment with all the pollution this overconsumption is creating. According to the Waste and Resources Action Program, recycling saves energy and water, lowers pollution and greenhouse gas emissions, improves air and water quality, preserves landfill space, and conserves natural resources. It doesn't make sense to use paper, plastic, glass, aluminum, steel, and petroleum products once and then throw them away. We can benefit from the raw materials and energy that have already gone into their production. Recycling is cleaner and more energy efficient than mining, refining, and processing new items from raw resources. Over the past few years, recycling has become a largely debated issue. While some people are clearly pro-recycling, there are still others who believe it does not matter. Either way the cookie crumbles, one cannot deny the facts. The world population is growing, not shrinking, and currently each human being adds significant waste to the planet over his or her lifetime. One of the many alarming facts I found from CNN.com was that the U.S. makes up about 5% of the world's population, but produces almost 40% of the world's waste. Even worse, only about 28% of that waste ends up getting recycled. For example, the average household throws away about 13,000 pieces of paper each year, most junk mail and packaging. In New York City alone, according to the New York Times, people produce enough trash in one day to fill the entire Empire State Building. The frustrating thing is, in most developed countries, it's not all too difficult to make a difference, and what a difference we can make. If everyone repurposed their copy of a single edition of the New York Times, we could save 75,000 trees a year. After discovering these types of things, one would think there would be a bigger push to do something about this problem. The benefits of recycling are endless and are accompanied by very few to virtually no inconveniences. The biggest inconvenience is the little bit of extra effort it takes to get the recyclable materials to a place that is equipped to recycle them. The only other possible inconvenience is the fact that one may have to spend a few extra dollars to properly contain the recyclable materials. However, this cost is only a drop in the hat compared to the amount of money that recycling could save you, and it still ultimately costs less than having it transported to a landfill. Also, according to Recycling Facts, recycling creates 1.1 million U.S. jobs and $37 billion in annual payrolls. Not only does recycling generate money for the economy, but it also helps make the planet a cleaner and healthier place for us and future generations to live. Not all of our resources are unlimited, which means we need to use what resources we do have now very carefully. I will now explain the 5 most common reasons people choose not to recycle, according to the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Number 1, recycling is inconvenient. This seems to be the number one reason why people don't recycle. They don't want to put in the extra effort. Some places have no pickup. Some people say that they just can't be bothered with sorting the recyclable goods from the regular trash. Number 2, I do not have enough space in my home to recycle. The lack of space is an issue for many. People don't want to see garbage with the little storage space for trash. It's an eyesore, and even with the new and improved recycling bins, people still complain about the unsightly appearance of more trash. But is that really a good enough reason? Number 3, if they paid me, I'd recycle. Some countries fine people for not recycling. Some regions pay for just bottle recycling, and some areas have no penalties or incentives for recycling at all. Number 4, recycling doesn't make a difference, so why do it? Misinformation about overflowing landfills, depleted resources, and climate change has convinced some people that recycling does not make a difference. They believe there is no problem. Is that a good enough reason? Number 5, it's just hard to do. Since there are so many facets to recycling, bottle, plastic, and paper, it's hard to decipher which kinds go where. Now I will discuss the 5 most important reasons why one should recycle. Number 1, recycling saves energy. Recycling saves energy because the manufacturer does not have to produce something new from raw natural resources. By using recycled materials, we save on energy consumption, which keeps production costs down. Number 2, recycling reduces landfills. Recycling reduces the need for more landfills, and no one wants to live next to a landfill. They cut into animal habitats, forests, and fields. They are unsightly, smelly, and downright gross. If recycling can reduce the number of these dumps we have across the country, everyone should be on board. Number 3, recycling preserves our resources and protects wildlife. By recycling, we reduce the need to destroy habitats for animals. Paper recycling alone saves millions of trees per year. Number 4, recycling is good for the economy. Recycling and purchasing recycled products creates a greater demand for more recycled goods. Goods made from recycled materials use less water, create less pollution, and use less energy. Number 5, recycling helps our climate problems. Recycling produces considerably less carbon, which reduces the amount of unhealthy greenhouse gas emissions. Besides the environmental reasons for recycling, there are other benefits as well. Recycling contributes to the economy. It saves natural resources, saves money, creates jobs, and even generates revenue. In our struggling economy, creating jobs and revenue is vital. In a sense, recycling is also a form of patriotism. When we recycle, we are helping our country save money and reduce our dependence on other countries for raw materials. There are also ethical reasons why recycling is important. If we do not recycle now and conserve our resources, there will be nothing left for our children, and their children. They will be forced to pay the price for the damage that we did to the environment. Sir Francis Bacon once said, "Knowledge is power," and he was right. Equipped with the knowledge of the disastrous effects that not recycling could have on the planet, it's time to do something about it. Every little bit adds up, even something as small as recycling 1 aluminum can per day. Unplugging phone chargers or other small electronics when they aren't in use, turning off the water when brushing one's teeth, or buying glass jars instead of plastic containers are all little things that can be done to help keep our planet green. And it's not just about recycling. Reducing and reusing are also important factors. Remembering and using the 3 R's is a simple and easy way to keep our planet beautiful. Remember that your actions can either help or hurt the world you live in. It's up to us to protect the earth, and the best place to start is recycling.